Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Precious few games left before playoff time as the all-important playoff seeding starts to solidify. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Golden State Warriors. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. They've won 8 of their last 10, looking really strong. They've got to be pleased. And tonight we'll be watching Steph Curry. Known for his offensive firepower, but he's made major strides in all areas since coming into this league, Shaq.
Yeah, he didn't have great handles when he entered. Now one of the top 2 dribblers in the league.
Yeah, I agree. You know what the funny thing is?
What?
He used to be the guy they sat on the bench in fourth quarters when he first got there. Now he's the clutch guy in the NBA, and his turnover to assist ratio thing has gone down tremendously.
Who does he remind you of, let's say in the last 15 years in the league? Who does Steph Curry remind you of?
He's a taller version for me of Mahmoud Abdul.
Oh, you stole my name. I was getting ready to say Chris Jackson.
Do you see some Steve Nash in there, too?
No.
No, not Nash, because Nash was pass first. You know, he was definitely pass first his whole career. I think scoring became better for Nash.
But Nash could shoot 3, and Nash, I see Steph do what Nash does.
Small forward at 6'9" number 34, Mike Dunleavy. The other forward, standing 6'11", the other forward position.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to the Heat in Miami.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
I agree with you. I mean, it was a tough game played in a tough environment on the road, and they were in it right until the bitter end, so that's good stuff.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. Gasol on the high post. Bogut on him. Gasol kicks to Dunleavy. He got right to the cup using that screen. Dunleavy's got the first points on the scoreboard for Chicago. So it's the Warriors now. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And you know what was most impressive? They played to their standards in that one and got a comfortable win.
You always love to see that, guys. I mean, a team playing to their standard, not playing down to the level of the competition.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
And here's Rose after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. It's blocked, but they'll get another chance. Fires for 3, another 3 for Golden State.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it, going early, he's going to give you problems. And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year. And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Rose dishes to Butler. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Butler's got his first points of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Thompson. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
And Green gets it to go. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And Chicago has possession following the miss by Draymond Green. That bucket in no time at all.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Warriors leading by 4. It's Curry outside. No good. Nice D from Rose. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Portis, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Curry passes to Bogut. Green kicks to Curry. A 3 ball. Barnes dishes to Bogut. They kick it out to Green. Back to Barnes. It's stolen by Dunleavy. It's tipped. Here's Portis. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game, and that one's good.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
The Warriors leading. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continue to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
Whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Good.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Here's Brooks. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter of the game. And he makes good on the layup.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. He feeds it to Spates. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Launches a 3. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
Here's McDermott, finished off the break. McDermott's got 5 points so far.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Rush the pass to Spates. Here's Mirotic. Can't cash in from close range.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to.
Okay, fans, now coming onto the court are your
And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA at this age.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for him. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Pau Gasol. Ejuan Moore is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's McDermott, and it's Butler in at the small forward. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And here are the Bulls now, following the score by Golden State. And it's Moore penetrating back to Rose, 16 feet away. And no good as it rattles out.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Butler. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That's good. Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for McDermott. And Dunleavy's subbed in for Moore. Inside, stolen by Thompson. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got his second basket of the game.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin. I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Rose against Curry. Here's Azili, and Gasol sends it back. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Dunleavy. Rose has got the lead up to 4 now for Chicago. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. It's Curry outside. Some solid defense from Rose. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Warriors trail by 6. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Curry. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Rose with the block. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. And for the Warriors, they're shooting well. 50% from the floor. Thompson dishes to Curry. To end the run. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Inside. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Green.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
There we go. That was your Level Wolves. Give them a hand. Come on, Chicago.
Chicago leading by 7.
2 minutes.
Here's Brooks. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew.
That's good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Iguodala, looking for his first basket still in this one. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the middle. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Got that one up quick. Iguodala's got 4 this quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
McDermott's checked in for Portis. And the Warriors also making a change. Andrew Bogut checked in for Maurice Spates. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Tries it from the top of the key. Again, Iguodala missing.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
3-pointer. And good on the basket. Book it. Iguodala's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And we finished one half of basketball. Rolls out front, leading by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I have Derrick Rose, and Derrick, you guys were scoring pretty nicely as a unit here tonight. How do you facilitate that?
Just be more efficient. I'm taking less shots, making sure that I make my shots and take my time on the offensive end and get people involved in the game.
Thank you, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. The biggest lead of the quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. They had some very nice stretches of play in the second quarter at both ends of the floor and got out to a well-deserved 8-point lead by halftime. And, Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Well, they're facing a very hot team in the first half. I mean, guys are shooting the ball lights out. But you have to do more to get stops. I mean, tough defense is the key. And if you put pressure on the ball and more bodying up down low, that's going to establish more aggressive tone that might shut them down in the second half.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's
the second half just about to get going here. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. The Splash Brothers are the guards. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Knocked away. Stolen by Thompson. The finish and the dunk by Barnes.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
That's good. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe his play thus far. Just way too many turnovers.
Now here's Curry. 13 points in the game. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Rose. 6-point game.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the... That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Warriors trail by 8.
There we go. That was your Lovables. Give him a hand. Come on, Chicago.
Feeds it to Green. Lets it go from the wing. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backcourt has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Collins.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
The Bulls leading by 7. Rose with the ball. 13 points in the game. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Rose has got 6 in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. Thompson outside. From the arc. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound. The Bulls have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And here's Rose. He's got 15. 6 to shoot. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too. Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Brooks comes in for Derrick Rose. Spates checked in for Golden State. Gasol inside, guarded by Spates. Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
It's Curry outside. Rebound by Butler.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And he gets it to go.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Green. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points. Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around. His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Brooks from outside. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's McDermott. And again, Chicago, no good. Warriors trail by 13. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
No one covering. Butler's got 4 points this quarter.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Curry with him. He's picked up by Brooks. There's the 3. Barbosa passes to Rush. Spates kicks to Curry to the right side. The 3. Another miss by Curry.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball. Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
Bulls making a switch here. Moore's checked in. Then for the Warriors, Azili's checked in for Spates. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And he nails the 3rd. Warriors trail by 16. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Barbosa kicks to Azili. Ball stolen. Brooks outside. Good on the triple. Brooks has got 5 points in the quarter. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Here's Rose. Derrick Rose is out there with Etuan Moore. Then there's Dunleavy. Then it's Pau Gasol. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. It's stolen by Bogut.
Well, that was really a gift there. A nice steal, but probably a pass that shouldn't have been made in the first place.
Thompson misses.
Surprisingly, he hasn't really been a big part of their offense. I don't think he ever got into a rhythm.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Justin Holiday's checked in for Chicago.
Justin Holiday.
And the wide open shot from Rose. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Rose has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Bulls. Here's Bogut, and he slams it one-handed.
Rock hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That will be foul number 5 on him. The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in.
Stephen Curry.
Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
It's stolen by Bogut. Right side Curry. Rebound by Rose. Rose has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Kicks it to Gasol. And that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 21.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Chicago making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
There's a good screen. And here's Rose outside. The Warriors pull it in.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Pass to Dunleavy. Lots of room. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Talking about Dunleavy, boy, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his 2nd season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then. And that's over a decade later.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Curry dishes to Green. Back to Curry from downtown. And he gets the bucket. Curry's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And getting back to Dunleavy's consistency here in his later years, he's one of those guys who has really ramped up the nutrition. He's hitting the weight room. I could make the case that he was a tougher, better player last year, especially on defense, than at any other time in his career.
Rose passes to Gasol. Rose up on top, guarded by Curry, and finished off by Gasol.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
And Thompson kicks to Green, fires it up, and Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Green. Green's got 4 assists in the game. Outside Rose. He dishes it to Dunleavy. Green with the rebound. Warriors trail by 21. Thompson for the triple. On the wing, Thompson over Rose. And the Warriors get it back, but they'll get another chance. Three-pointer. Klay Thompson, and that's good.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Rose dishes to Butler. The shot is off. The Warriors go the other way with it. Bogut the pass to Green. Rejected by Gasol. Butler kicks to Gasol, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on.
Mirotic is checked in for Portis. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Chicago leading by 20. Rose kicks to Butler. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
Yeah, you know what? That may not seem big, but it's huge. There's a big difference between dropping 2 out of 3 as opposed to getting blanked 3-0.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Pau Gasol. He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Tremendous output from Brooks. 10 points, and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
For 3, and that one's good. 50 seconds left in the game. Moore against Barbosa. And it's Brooks in the corner. Here's Mirotic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Azili dishes to Rush. Here's Iguodala, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Here's Moore. A rebound by Iguodala. And here's Golden State. It's an 18-point game. Barbosa gets the bucket.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Moore outside, takes a 3. No luck.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
And so Chicago takes this.
Pal, this win was punctuated by some quality defensive plays. How important is the defensive execution to your success?
Well, defense got to be always our motor. If we get some stops, we're doing a good job defensively, everything will be okay from that point on. So we just got to continue to emphasize our defense.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol. He came out of the locker room at halftime with some nice shooting, going 3 for 3 to start the third quarter.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight. Big time. They needed this sort of performance from him. He took his game up a few notches. Love it, Ernie.
Boy, how many times are we going to see Pau Gasol come out and control a basketball game like he did tonight? This guy who for years has been a mastermind of the low post game. Points, rebounds, assists. You're going to get it all from Pau Gasol on the block, not to mention his veteran leadership.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm